Hello everybody and welcome back to D7RTV. In the last episode you probably noticed something that we didn't do in any of our other videos, and that is to be continued. And that is because I got carried away filming what I was doing, and then when I come to edit the video, episode 1 was going to be 2 hours 4 minutes long, and anybody got time for that? So what we're going to do is we're going to proceed back from where we finished off, and then we're going to carry on. There's a lot to do on this car, and a lot has been done already. I thought I'd filmed like 3 episodes in advance, but it turns out I can make 3 with just episode 1 that I was planning. So yeah, these videos are for the diehards and the people that want to learn. I know like scroll through rate is like, usually people just skip through and watch them like that, but these videos are aimed at the people that want to actually learn. So this one's for you guys.
Time chill on my own, just wanna do me, just wanna doze, just wanna live and see how it goes. And the goals just keep on going, yeah. This life we live is a war. When there's love in the rave, you know. When there's love in the rave, you know. All inside you, all in the soul, 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 soul. You know when the calling's calling you, and the calling's calling more. You know when the calling's calling you, it's calling, calling more, 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 more. You know when the calling's calling more, more, more. You know when the calling's calling. It's calling, calling more. And it keeps on calling. Yeah, it's calling, calling more. And it feels like I'm falling. Do you want it or you need it? Is it part of your soul like breathing? Is it something mad you're achieving? Is it all for a petty little evening? Do you want it or you need it? Is it part of your soul like breathing? Is it something mad you're achieving? Boss bitch energy, yeah, for the evening. Evening, mad, evening. Come on now, boss bitch energy, yeah, for the evening. Sweet, evening, evening. You know when the call is calling more, and it's calling.
As you can see, there's a whole lot of choppity chop going on here. I just thought I'd stop and take a minute and explain to you what's going on. So this is your inner sill. It's like your main one, which is like sort of attached to your inner floor of the car. That's your structural one, which everything's bolted to. Well, everything's welded to, should I say. And she's ripe. I've cleaned it up with a wire wheel, wire brush, and this is going to get treated with Genolite rust converter. Go up behind the sills. As you can see, there's quite a long way to go on here, and there's 2 sets of sills, or should I say 3 sets. You got your outer, secondary inner, your inner, then you've got like your literal chassis. So don't just think, oh, I'll weld a set of sills in here, because the ones you don't see is the ones you can't buy, especially on Mark 2s. Mark 1s, you can get a little section which goes here. It ain't great, but For what it is, it's a lot of money. We're going to replicate it, but freehand, and it'll fit properly. But inside there is like the hull of the Titanic, except for this bit here, because that's pretty decent, to be fair, the outer sill. But that's not what we're... Getting me mucking words fuddled up. As you can see, the inners are in worse condition than the outers. The outers are pretty decent, to be fair, but they can go everywhere. Old trusty rust converter. So I've dolloped a load up there. I stripped it back with a wire wheel first, so she's back to whatever metal's left, and then the rust converter will do the rest. Over here, I zinc primed the panel we're going to put into the floor, well, the bottom of the sill. I put some holes in there that will spot weld in to the next panel. And yeah, I said that's going to go. We need to make this panel here. Easier said than done, because it's quite a weird shape. But this goes up here, like so. So we need to replicate that and add a section on to sort of box it off at the bottom, because that needs to be welded in as well. Right, so customer's been, I showed him the extent of what needs doing, and he said do full send and crack on with it. So that's nice to know. I have to cut most of this sill out, I reckon, because there's going to be some more rust up behind there that I need to attend to, and to get to that I need to cut this out, and there's no point in welding the old one back in, so he's offered to order a brand new set of sills, so we'll be welding them in. It's been rust converted on the inside. It needs to be zinc primed now, just to protect it and give a bit of a barrier, and then we can start welding this new section in, because that's going to be the start of repairing this rear inner flitch section. Been zinc primed, this panel that we made, been zinc primed on the inside for protection. So just going to offer it up and tack her in. Right, so we made a cardboard template of a pattern that we need to make. We showed you how to do this on previous videos, so check them out, especially Mark II and the Integra ones, the Integra videos. Building a car and restoring a car is a bit like a jigsaw, but you are in control of the puzzle pieces, so it'll be as easy or as complex as you want it to be. Try and keep it simple, stupid. Try not to overcomplicate things for yourself, because at the end of the day you need to have the skill set to put back what you've cut out. So, made a cardboard template. We're going to draw around it. Then we're going to cut it out, and then we're going to fit it to the car, and then manipulate it how it needs to be. Then we're going to weld it in. Another pattern there, use the offcut we made for this. Makes things a little easier. See if it'll work. So I guess it will. Get a pen. Then draw what you need to cut shape-wise.
But I'm afraid that's not up to me. Cause when I hear you sing through my speakers, it's like my mind takes a hold of me. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now, and that your voice came from here in my bed. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, singing to me. You're in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, baby, in my headphones, making me bleed. You're in my
That's all this section cut out and replaced now. Just need to finish it all off. It's all welded, made a new little section here because that was rotten out and it's a bit of a bodge. But let's try and make this look nice and consistent.
But I always want you, and it's so sad, it just makes me cry. Feels like I know you better than others, but you don't care, you never reply. I've tried shutting you off for some time now, but I'm still hearing your voice in my head. Oh, I wish I was more than your fan now.
Right, so that's this section all there, finished off. It's tough to get up there with a grinder, so it's not the smoothest, but once it's all schultzed under here, that'll all look pretty much OEM. Winning. Right, next up, we need to make a replacement for this section here. So we'll square this bit off here to the bottom of the other side. Then we're gonna bring like an L bracket here, so it'll be like L shape, then up to this, then try and replicate this piece here. Right, so this is our little piece we need for the inner sill, and I've sort of gone a little bit overboard. It's not the neatest, but I've made this. You don't have to do this, but this is what I do. I just got that little bit extra. It makes me feel better, but the customer wants it done right, so I've got to try and replicate this piece. You can't buy these pieces. It is literally, well, apart from it being bent, like 30mm there, 35mm there, and 70mm there is what we've cut out. And that should make up the difference that is missing and rotten from the bottom of this piece. So, for this one, my friends,
Dark and quiet.
So that's the inner sill reborn. I haven't spent too much time grinding and linishing it off because you don't ever see it. And if you do, there would be a problem. But yeah, that's all structurally solid now. I'm trying to add as much strength to this as possible so it's doubled up the skin. And then when we put the outer sill on, that'll be welded to that again, and that'll add the structure back in that we've cut out. But before it had rotted out, but you know what I mean. We've got to do this section next. And yeah, call it a day on this episode. Showed you some nice little tips and tricks, what to do, what not to do. And if you follow along, you can't go wrong. So from me, from D7R TV, we'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.